good up, people? It's your girl, Lady B Moore, and I want to start off by apologizing. I don't know, since like the last 2 or 3 messages, my image quality in my camera has been bad. And I mean, many of y'all are well aware of how bad my sound quality is, because I've received so many messages and so many comments talking about I have the cutest list on YouTube. And if y'all know me a real person, I don't have a list. I don't know any other way that I can say that I don't have a list, but that's not important, so I'm not about to go through all that to show y'all. But yeah, like I said, I apologize for all this bad quality. This is the first camera I got, the only camera I got, and it's the only camera I'm going to have for a while, so yeah. But yeah, this is part 8, I want to say. This is part 8, and in this part, I need to really finish the poems from last part. So that's what I'm going to do first, and then I'm going to talk to y'all about several things we've been talking about in class. And the 2 classes that I'm pulling stuff from is a philosophy of feminism class and a cultural anthropology class. So yeah, I'm going to start off with the poems first. And the first poem, well, I have 2 poems, no, actually, I have 3 poems, sorry, by Master Nappy Beard, aka Deep Soul. And the first one is called The Poor Rich USA, and again it's by Master Nappy Beard or Deep Soul. The Poor Rich USA. Listen, poor people, you must understand. The poor need to unite and take back this land. Your enemy isn't the Nation of Islam or the Klan. Your enemy is the rich, tall Catholic man. We need to go knocking on that White House door. If you're anything like me, you can't take it no more. While our lives are in reverse and the rich are in drive, they make millions of dollars hourly. We get 5. Put aside your differences. It's not always about race. It's about people starving. It's such a disgrace. Feeding you lies can make you fight one another. Reality check. We're all just poor, starving brothers. Not giving a damn about your baby's mom or wife. They really couldn't care less if you're even living life. Republicans and Democrats are Siamese twins. Your life will not change regardless of which one gets in. We need a poor people's party and a massive strike. The evil and the greedy need to take a hike. Are you getting sick and tired of the corporate whores? Their selfish decisions make the poorest of the poor. On this issue, we must take a united stand. Is this not our country? Is this not our land? There's really nothing wrong with making a few bucks, but don't just drive off leaving the poor forever stuck. I'm studying to make PP umbrellas. I'm in training, because the politicians keep on telling me that it is raining. They must be held accountable. They're so out of touch. Let's hit them in the pockets that they love so much. The power is in the people. If together we push, we may even get lucky and impeach George Bush. Are you afraid to get a toothache? Do you have a medical plan? Can you go on a vacation and see this beautiful land? Is your job secure? Can your baby go to college? If the answers are no, then you're armed with the knowledge to know that your famine is by design, regulated by those that don't care about yours or mine. We're in the land of the free and the home of the brave. Use that freedom of courage to emancipate poor slaves. Let's band together for this monumental cause. Disregard my message, pink slip. Your job is lost. If your bills are paid and you're doing great, I hope you understand it's not about player hate. We know about the coffee. Up rises the cream. Our grievance is the theft of our American dream. And again, that was Master Nappy Beard or Deep Soul. And while I'm moving the camera, I just really want y'all to see my shirt. It says love life, and that's really what some people need to really do, is love life, love thyself. I mean, it's in the Bible. You hear it so much. Instead of y'all coming on here expressing y'all's hate for another race, y'all need to love y'all's own race. Y'all need to love yourself. And yeah, so my shirt kind of shows that love life, love people, love everything. I mean, life is too short for you to be hating us. Hate kills. And that's all I had to say about that. But my next poem is called Black, and again it's by Master Nappy Beard or Deep Soul. And I will start. I took a look in their little black book, and what did I see? There were a bunch of black sheep in the dictionary, blackballed into believing that evil is dark, miseducating our children, leaving mental black marks. On this Black Friday, I really have to say, this should be on the black market, revised today. To blacken a people with such negative words is mental blackballing. I don't mind a black bird. Look in the black book at how they describe your race. anything blackened is attributed to your black face. Educationally blackmailed, dispensing black bile, hearing bad, black words so long, some accepted in style. Caucasian descriptions, giving us a black eye, they say a Black Panther is a militant guy. Black art is witchcraft, black leg is a disease, a black fellow is an aborigine overseas. Do you live in the black belt down in the southeast? Or have you seen black disease? It's fatal in beast. Have you ever been blackballed or beaten black and blue? The most sinuous dance in the roaring 20s was black bottom, it's true. If you go to the black mass, that's blasphemy. Black heart is a disease bringing black death to a tree. Are we still under black code, limiting your rights? Have you heard about Black Hand, a criminal group out of sight? Black measles killed a lot of people in the past. A black amour is a discoloration that lasts and lasts. A black pope is so offensive to the religious clan. A black Muslim advocates separation of man. I feel like I'm a victim of verbal blackmail. Is there a black word in Webster's for all the black people in jail? The black book said a black guard is contemptibly low. It also stated black face is to imitate a Negro. I'm working with my black magic so our minds can be free. Wait, I found something good. Black gold, Texas tea. They equate themselves today and us tonight. NJ, it really matters if you're black or white. These are the words that we are taught to know. Read deep, in between the lines, and your mind will grow. On a sunny day, while you're having that picnic in the park, remember, the light that's shining must also come to the dark. Whenever you're in a group and you want to say it loud, are you sure you want to be shouting, I'm black and I'm proud? We're varying shades of brown people, of African descent. Thanks for the fake book, Mr. Webster. Change it. Hint, hint, hint. And that again is another poem by Master Nappy Beard, aka Deep Soul. And here is his last one. It is entitled, sorry, I Have. And it starts off like this. Have you ever seen death in its most horrific form? I have. Have you ever seen a baby on crack before it's ever born? I have. What about witnessing a crack fiend shooting heroin in the veins in his feet? I have. Or your closet kin full of bullet holes left dead in the street? I have. I've seen a lot, but what scares me most is that I haven't seen it all. How much will I see before I take my last fall? On my knees, begging the Lord, please, help these young brothers that call themselves G's. And the sister that stands on the corner tricking for $1 and has the nerve to get mad when I pass by and don't holler. We always blame the white man for our minority rating. It's not his fault, although he helps by participating. Like small ink laws that come with desegregation, or his promising laws for reparation. When will a ghetto child get a break? Hit the lotto, nice car, small cabin by the lake? Probably not. But we can almost, by certain, to witness the sight or sound of a gunshot, still searching for a better way, and hope that tomorrow's suns bring a brighter ray. But if not, we understand, because we have always struggled in this cold-hearted land. I was born into a race of a dying breed, so my needs should be obvious and transparent. But yet my mother played the role of both parents. The issues we speak of are so defeasible, but nothing changes because we're labeled as unpleasable. So when someone walks up to me and says, you know, I have never thought about how hard and painful it is to be black, I just reply with a simple smile and think to myself, I have. And again, that was entitled I Have by Master Nappy Beard, aka Deep Soul. And the next thing I don't want to really give y'all a wide overview of this. I just want to really tell y'all to read Privilege, Power, and Difference by Alan G. Johnson. And I haven't actually read the whole book by myself. Like I said, I'm giving y'all some a little spill of things we talked about in class, and this was actually assigned to us in cultural anthropology. And we were only required to read about 10 or 11 pages, but it's really about the white privilege. And while I'm speaking on the white privilege, I just want y'all to, another thing I would like y'all to read is called White Privilege, Unpacking the Invisible Knapsack, and that's by Peggy McIntosh. Both of those titles that I just read, Alan G. Johnson and Peggy McIntosh, those are both white authors. And I mean, it was really interesting for me to read because it was, you don't really see too many white people speaking up about the racism and racial inequalities that we have in our world today. I was going to say America, but I mean, I just recently noticed a lot of racism happening in Europe and in Africa itself. So yeah, like I said, this is the first time I was really intrigued and I just wanted to open the book and read more about an actual white person, you know, being well aware of the racial differences that we have in our society, in our world today. So yeah, these are called Privilege, Power, and Difference, or White Privilege, Unpacking the Invisible Knapsack. So I recommend y'all read those, and I would actually go through and read some of the bullets to y'all, some of the main ideas, but some of the main ideas actually take up about 5 pages or so, but I mean, they're important to me, so I will read them. And it starts off like this: what white privilege looks like in everyday life. And it says, in one way or another, privilege shows up in the daily details of people's lives in almost every social setting. Consider the following examples of race privilege. This is a long list because the details of people's lives are many and varied. Resist the temptation to go through it quickly. Take your time and try to identify situations in which each might occur. And the first bullet says, whites are less likely than blacks to be arrested. Once arrested, they are less likely to be convicted, and once convicted, less likely to go to prison, regardless of the crime or circumstances. Whites, for example, constitute 90% of those who use illegal drugs, but less than half of those in prison on drug use charges are white. And that's so true. Like, that's one thing they're going to try to do to y'all. They're going to try to hide the truth and make us look bad. I've been in America all my life. I was born into America. I have no kind of head over that. I wasn't in charge of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, before we're born, we have no say-so of what color we're going to be born or where we're going to be born. So like I said, I have no say-so of that. But that's one thing I learned once I got old enough to come to college, is that they teach us his story. They don't teach us history. The only thing they tell us about us is that we were slaves, we were enslaved, and we were brought from Africa. That ain't all there is about us. They leave out so many black inventions. They stole our inventions from us. They stole so much from us, and they never tell us that. Like I said, America was built for the white man to prosper, and so I guess lies, deceit, and injustice is their way of doing it. That's their way of, you know, forming this country. That's what this country is built on, lies. So yeah, and the second bullet is, although many superstar professional athletes are black, in general, black players are held to higher standards than whites. It is easier for a good but not great white player to make a professional team than it is for a similar black. Whites are more likely than comparable blacks to have loan applications approved and less likely to be given poor information or the runaround during the application process. That's true as well. I mean, like, most of us aren't even in debt, but they see our skin color and automatically assume that we're in debt. I mean, like, but for us being in debt, it's nothing that we can really help. Because, I mean, like, look how race has been done for so many years. There's no way that we can even build up enough money to, you know, have credit for us to even have something to sit back on. So that's where the whole idea of black people being in debt comes from, is because they caused it. The white man caused it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the slaves, our ancestors were never allowed to even have real job opportunities, never allowed to really get an education. And so now that, you know, now that it's the time to have an education, most of our ancestors, most of our parents, most of our grandparents didn't have an education. They were stuck, you know, staying at home or getting jobs, raising their brothers and sisters or whatever. So therefore, they don't have nothing to leave to us. My grandmother didn't have nothing to leave to my mother. My mother didn't have nothing to leave to me. I mean, it's just like an ongoing process. It's a continuing thing, and I think that's really how they want to see us. They want to see us on the bottom forever. They want to see black people on the bottom. We're still niggers to them. We're still slaves. We're slaves without the chains. That's really what it is. Like, until we all start making a change, until we all start seeing what's real, nothing can really be done. I mean, all the stuff that we're doing up to now will mean nothing, because, I mean, like, we all need to get together. It didn't just take one person. It didn't just take two persons. It's going to take more than that. But anyways, I keep getting, like, off subject. I'm so sorry, but, like, I got a lot of stuff going through my mind right now. But anywho, the fourth bullet, is whites are more likely than comparable blacks to have. No, I already read that one. Sorry. Whites are charged lower prices for new and used cars than people of color are, and because of residential segregation, whites have access to higher quality goods in all kinds at cheaper prices. That's true too. I'm not even going to explain, because like I said, I'm too getting off track. Sorry. Whites can choose whether to be conscious of their racial identity or to ignore it and regard themselves as simply human beings. We don't have that choice. We're always labeled, whether we're labeled as African Americans, black, colored. We're always labeled. When you hear somebody say American, you automatically assume that they're white, because, like I said, we're labeled African Americans, which which we shouldn't be labeled African Americans. Like I said, America is all we know. We don't know anything about Africa, but we're treated like outsiders. And then when we try to have our own things, we get shunned upon. They're like, oh, well, y'all were over here striving for equality. Well, why y'all doing different things? How are you going to ask that question when y'all still treating us like we're outsiders and America is all we know? We're labeled African Americans when y'all are just labeled Americans. Why? I mean, can we get an explanation? Yes, we're proud of our African history, but y'all don't even teach us our African history. Y'all don't let us know nothing about ourselves. We're stuck trying to conform and emulate to this white history, to this white culture, because this is all we know. Like, I mean, y'all don't even give us nothing. They don't tell us nothing about ourselves. We have to wait till we're old enough to find out on our own, and by that time, it's most often too late. We've already conformed and fitted and pressed our hair to make these white people happy. I mean, like, why do y'all wait so late? Why are y'all doing this to our people? I don't understand. It's only because we have more melanin in our skin than y'all do. It's only because our skin texture is different. It's only because our physical features are different. Our physical features are so beautiful. If you would just see this beautiful smooth skin that I have, this brown skin that I have, if you would just see, yes, straighten now, but it doesn't matter. I don't have to straighten my hair. Y'all going to see me pretty soon. I'm saying within the next year, y'all going to see Chocolate Mile rocking a natural hairstyle. You know what I'm saying? Like, not to say that by me straightening my hair, I'm trying to emulate the white man. I'm trying to be white. It's just more socially acceptable. I'm pretty sure that if I go in a job interview with an afro, I won't get accepted. I won't get the job. I mean, like, I'm trying to get out of poverty, which is I can't see it happening right now, but I mean, I'm trying to make some money for myself. So for me to be accepted, it seems like I have to wear straight hair. I have to wear this and that. You know what I'm saying? Like, for us to be accepted, we have to do these, we have to fit these certain guidelines. So it's not that we're trying to emulate y'all or that we're trying to be white. We have no other choice. We're in America, in anywhere. It's socially unacceptable to have an afro or have dreads. But like I said, in the near future, y'all going to see Chocolate Mile with either some dreads, afro, something. I mean, like, I'm so ready to do it. The only reason why I haven't done it thus far is because when I was younger, that's all I used to see in the media was straight hair. Straight hair is beautiful. Straight hair is beautiful. And it's like, my mother gave me a perm. And it's like, once you get a perm, it's so hard to reverse it. You know what I'm saying? It's so irreversible. It's like, the chemicals, it's already bad enough for your hair, but once you stop using the chemicals, it's even worse for your hair. Your hair will break out, you'll go bald, your hair will fall out, like, all this stuff will happen. So, like, once I get over this whole chemical relaxation and all this, I'm going to go natural. So, y'all mark my word. By 2008, Chocolate Mile should be natural. And I can't, I'm already over, like, I'm like 17 minutes. So, I'm going to finish reading these, and then I'm going to end on this, even though I have more to discuss with y'all. But, so, yeah, the next one is, whites are more likely to control conversations and be allowed to get away with it, and to have their ideas and contributions taken seriously, including those that were suggested previously by a person of color and dismissed. That is true as well. Whites can usually assume that national heroes, success models, and other figures held up for the general admiration will be of their race. That's true. Whites can generally assume that when they go out in public, they won't be challenged and asked to explain what they're doing, nor will they be attacked by hate groups simply because of their race. That's true, too. Whites can assume when they go shopping, they'll be treated as serious customers, not as potential shoplifters or people without the money to make a purchase. When they try to cash a check or use a credit card, they can assume they won't be hassled for additional identification and will be given the benefit of the doubt. True. White representation in government and the ruling circles of corporations, universities, and other organizations is disproportionately high. True. Most whites are not segregated into communities that isolate them from the best job opportunities, schools, and community services. True. Whites have greater access to quality education and health care. True. Whites are more likely to be given early opportunities to show what they can do at work, to be identified as potential candidates for promotion, to be mentored, to be given a second chance when they fail, and to be allowed to treat failure as a learning experience rather than as an indication of who they are and the shortcomings of their race. True. That's one thing I am really suffering with. Like, people automatically see me. Like, true story. I was back in where I'm from, you know, a small city or whatever. I'm from Tennessee. I was back home. It was me walking by myself. I was walking to the store by myself. I was probably 13, 14 at the time, walking by myself. By myself is the key word. I look around, and there is some kind of truck, maybe like a white truck, at a red light, and it's a white male driving and a white female sitting in the passenger seat. Like I said, it was a red light. They were stopped at a red light. I was crossing the crosswalk. By the time I even got over to their side, I heard the automatic doors lock. And I mean, I stood right there looking at them, I swear, for like 15 to 30 seconds. Like, are you serious? Here I am, a 13 and 14-year-old black female by myself, solo, single, nobody with me, and it's two grown-ass, a white man and a white woman, and y'all put those automatic locks on. I mean, that's really what I think. I think we are feared. We're feared by them. That's why they hate us so much, because they fear us. They know nothing about us. They fear us. They fear us because we're different. They fear us. And like I said, the only difference is the melanin we have in our skin. I guess it's that their body lacks the components needed to produce melanin. I don't know what it is, but for them to hate us over our skin color, that is like the most serious thing I've ever encountered in my life. But anyways, the next one is whites can assume that race won't be used to predict whether they'll fit in at work, or whether teammates will feel comfortable working with them. That's true. Whites can succeed without other people being surprised. That's true. Whites don't have to deal with an endless and exhausting stream of attention to their race. They can simply take their race for granted as unremarkable to the extent of experiencing themselves as not even having a race. Unlike some of my African American students, for example, I don't have people coming up to me and treating me as if I was some exotic other, gushing about how cool or different I am, wanting to know where I'm from, and wanting to reach out and touch my hair. That's happened so much to me in my life too. Like, there's been so many. Like, I come in, like, that's one thing I love about us as black people. Like, you might see us with straight hair, you might think we're emulating you or whatever, but that's one thing about us. We can change our hairstyles so many different ways. I know y'all see my hairstyle so many different ways. You don't only see, like, I see so many, not to seem racist, which I've been called, but like white girls, all they can do is curl their hair, straighten their hair, color their hair, part in the middle, part on the side, something like that. But us, you'll see us with straight hair, afros, curly hair, jerry curl, texturizers, part on the side, part on the middle, part in the back, ponytails, braids, twisties, kinky twists, knots, freaking puff bump. I mean, it goes on and on. Waterfalls. There's so many things that black people can do with their hair, and I really don't understand why people are still hating on us. Why are they still hating on us? Why are they still hating on us? Can we live? This is 2007. Are we ever going to be able to live? Y'all say y'all hate us so much, but I mean, like, every video I have, I can find at least 20 to 30 white people on there making racist comments. Like I said in the beginning, if y'all hate us so much, why do y'all watch us so much? Why do y'all worry about what we do so much? Why y'all so focused on how many niggers there are in the prison system? Why y'all so focused on how many niggers commit hate crimes? Why y'all so focused on how many niggers go to college? Why y'all so focused on how many niggers date white people? Why does it matter why y'all so focused on us? If y'all hate us, stop focusing on us. How hard is that to focus on yourself? With you focusing on the black race, you losing focus on the white race. Right or wrong? Are you not losing focus on the white race? I think you are. So, I mean, if y'all hate us so much, stop focusing on us. And, another thing, whites don't find themselves slotted into occupations identified with their race, like blacks are slotted into support positions, or Asians into engineering, for example. That's true. Whites aren't confused with other whites, as if all whites look alike. They're noticed for their individuality, and they take offense whenever they're characterized as members of a category such as white, rather than being perceived and treated as individuals. That's another thing, too. They always want to put us in the category, but they hate when they're put in the category. They hate that. And the only other category I could think for a white person, since y'all say we look alike, but I think so many of y'all look alike, the only thing that really makes me even distinguish one white person from the other will probably be their hair color. And that's really how y'all distinguish yourself. Y'all either go by blonde, brunette, or redhead. It's something like that. Y'all don't ever say, oh, well, I'm light white and she's black white, or dark white, or she's tan. Not black white, that was so off. But she's tan and I'm pale. I never hear nothing like that, but that's one thing y'all put among us. Y'all put the divisions among us. Oh, she's light black and she's very dark black, or she's in the middle black. And that's another thing I can say about black people. You'll never find a black person who has the same color as another black person. We're a freaking spectrum of different colors. We can be from the lightest light to the darkest dark, and all in between. Like I said, black people were so many different colors: honey browns, chestnut browns, milk chocolate browns, dark, dark chocolate. There's so many different skin colors for us, and y'all just want to label everybody black. Everybody has to be black. Even the light skin don't have to be black. That's something I still don't understand. And anywho, this is the last bullet that I'm going to read, and it is, whites can reasonably expect that if they work hard and play by the rules, they'll get what they deserve, and they feel justified in complaining if they don't. It is something other racial groups cannot realistically expect. Like I said, people think that I got to college on the funds of the United Negro College Fund. Let me take a moment of silence right quick. That is so funny. I've never been given a dime by the United Negro College Fund at all. I busted my ass to get here, just as any white person busted their ass to get here. But I have to say it was harder for me. You might say, oh, you think it's harder for you because you're black. No, I think it was harder for me because I was raised in a low-class family, and we didn't have enough funds to even get me to college. I'm a first-generation student, which means I'm the first one to really come to college from my family. So just imagine how hard it is. When you're given the key, when you're given guidelines to what to expect when you come to college, like the many white families are, you know, like, okay, I'm going to use a name, Billy. Say Billy came to college. Billy was given an overview of college by his father and his mother because his father and his mother came to college. But Lady B-Boy, on the other hand, had to come to college blinded because Lady B-Boy's mother nor father had the opportunity to go to college. I mean, so who is it going to be harder on, Lady B-Moore or Billy? Lady B-Moore. Like I said, I busted my ass to get here, and now that I'm here, I'm not going to let none of y'all racist people on YouTube stop me. I'm going to get educated. I'm going to be smart. So for y'all out there trying to stop me, please, y'all can never stop me. Never, never, never. I don't care how many niggers, coons, apes, monkeys, gorillas, whatever y'all want to call me. I don't care how many names y'all got to call me. They're not going to stop me. I'm still going to be here. I'm still going to be on YouTube spreading the word until I get banned, of course, you know. But then I'll open up another account. But anyway, I'm still going to be on YouTube spitting this. I'm still going to be educating my people. I'm still going to be giving back to my community. I'm still going to be talking to the children. I'm still going to be letting them know the struggle. I'm still going to be letting them know the truth. While y'all over here trying to tell us that black people never invented nothing, I have more than a whole list, more than pages and pages of inventions that black people did that they weren't even given credit for. They didn't even put their names on it. And it's so hard because nowadays for you to even get your name on an invention, you have to get a patent. Do you think they were allowing black people to get patents back then? No! So that's exactly why you never see any black inventors. That's exactly why you never see black people in the head of anything. They weren't allowed to. So now we're stuck all these years trying to recuperate and get our shit together where we were held back so many years. So yeah, it's going to take some time. Y'all see us as slaves now, so y'all say, what? The truth always comes out. The light, like y'all want to say that y'all light and we are dark. You have to have darkness for the light to even shine. You know what I'm saying? So, like, everything always comes to light. Everything, you know, like I said, light comes from dark. Everything always comes to the light. So all these lies that y'all told us about our race, all these lies that y'all told us about us being inferior, it's going to come out. We are the smart ones. Y'all put us down to make us seem inferior. It's a mental mind game that y'all play on us. But once our people all hear about it, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be all good. It's going to be all good. So I'm not even, like, fretting. I'm not even worried. I'm not even worried about nothing. I'm just going to continue to do what I've been doing, continue to be the person I am, which is a strong, black, intellectual, intelligent female. I'm going to continue to be that. And I'm going to continue to laugh at all y'all racist, all y'all insecure, lifeless, feeble-minded people. I'm going to continue to laugh at y'all because I know y'all have no life. Y'all have nothing better to do than to be so senseless and get on here and talk about little black children. The most innocent people on this earth are children, not even black children, any children. And I mean, y'all have the audacity to talk about them? It's so sad. Y'all are so immoral. Y'all have no morals, no beliefs, no tradition, no culture. Y'all have nothing. Y'all are based on nothing. Y'all are based on lies. Y'all are based on what people have told y'all. People can make up these things. Y'all believe anything that people tell y'all. Really, y'all will believe anything that people tell y'all. And I'm going to end on here because I'm like 30 minutes. You know, I've been on here for 30 minutes. And before I leave, I'm going to say this just to make y'all mad. Fuck 14 words. Oh, we have to preserve the future for our children. And if you want to preserve the future for your children, then stop focusing so much on us. Continue to have your white family and continue your Aryan race. Go raise a child. Go start a family. Quit worrying about what we're doing. And again, I want to say, all this little shit y'all doing about hell Hitler, fuck AA, fuck Hitler, Hitler was a homo, Hitler's dead, and y'all are soon to meet him. Yeah, I know I'm gonna have all these little racist comments, but I mean I'm so used to it. Like I said, I got a thick skin. So yeah, say what I want to say. In the next one, love life, red, black, and green, freedom, my people, one.